Ed, 3-2 win at home to Moneyfields. How do you feel?
It's a really good result. I think, first few minutes took us off guard with the penalty, but apart from that, we regrouped and done really well. So, good team result, 3 points. So, happy days.
First half didn't really show who the team was as a bit of a character. Was it a bit deflating going in at half-time 1-0 down?
It was definitely frustrating. I think when we peppered their goal really after the penalty, it was difficult really to not necessarily break them down, but it was just being clinical in the final box. 3 clear headers from corners or set pieces that wasn't on target. And that was really the frustration going in at half time. Was actually having a goal to show for our performance. So yeah, frustration, but we got there in the end. So
going at half time, what were you told to do differently in the second half? Anything like just being more progressive and expressive, or were you told just to keep it the same as you were first half?
Just really told to be more clinical. The work rate was there, the efforts was there. It was just like I say, we didn't have anything to show for it. So it was really just to continue to be consistent, continue to win the battles, second balls, and get the result that we wanted. What was obviously put the ball in the back of the net. What we got to do eventually. So
second half, you come out, you look more clinical, and then you get the breakthrough. You score your first. How was that goal for you?
Yeah, it was frustrating over the last few games. Really, not getting on the score sheet when you're in a scoring habit and you're in form, you always want to score. So it's good to get the goal, but really, I think as soon as that goal went in, there was a massive momentum change. I think their heads went down. They knew we were working harder than them, and like I say, it kind of showed after the first goal. Obviously, then we quickly got the second one. So I think we've, the efforts we put in were there to show in the second half, and getting the goal and building from there. So.
Second half, your counterpart and top goal scorer rival Ben Bayman gets a penalty. He puts that through. How happy were you for him to get his goal?
You always want your goal scorers to be scoring goals. So be it a penalty, be it a free kick, be it an open play. That's really good for Benny to get his sit for the season. And yes, we're having a bit of a inter-team battle between me and him, but it's all good. It's all good natured. We both want to score. Every single game we go out together, we always say we'll score the goals together, and that's obviously that's what we did today. So it's a great result.
And our third goal, without a doubt, goal of the match. 30 yards out, curler, took a bit of a deflection. How happy were you to get that goal?
Oh, it was especially with the first half, I had a few from 25 yards that the keeper done well to save. So for that one, really, when it was obviously they were on the break and was able to intercept the ball and then score from that distance was a really good feeling. And really, obviously at the time we were hoping that would have sort of put them to bed, and they sort of looked very deflated after that goal went in. So it was good to obviously get my second of the game and try and find my third, but didn't quite get there.
Unluckily, you conceded in the 93rd minute, 1 minute before full time. Did that show what the game was about at all, or was that just a last-ditch attempt to get a point?
I think it was, their player was in the right place at the right time from what I could see from my angle, but Chaz obviously cleared it and it came back down the throat of the player who obviously got a touch on it and obviously put it away from there. So it was frustrating really to let that one in, because to have kept a clean sheet second half would have been a great result for the team. Score 3, but it hasn't deflated the team atmosphere. We know we still need to tighten up on a few things, but all in all, it was again a good spirited, hard work performance.
This win today takes you up to third. Does that push you forward at all to keep going as you're going, to get more wins and to get further up that table?
The more wins we get, the better the momentum, and it becomes a habit. Winning is a habit, and the more we win, the more of a natural habit it becomes. So we're not really concentrating on where we are in the league. we know, anyone can see from the results where we are in the league. It's more of seeing every single game, because from my experience from last season and definitely this season more so, anyone can beat anyone in the league. So it's not really just about who's above you. You've got to be careful about who the people are, because a couple of results go the other way and then suddenly you find yourself mid-table. So
Ed, keep up the good work.
Thanks, mate.